Okay, think about this for a second. Every single day, McDonald's sells about 75 hamburgers per second. It is a global empire, right? They've planted those golden arches in over 100 countries, and they almost always become number one. But there's one country where the king of fast food just couldn't win. We're talking about the Philippines. And this is the incredible story of how a local hero beat the biggest giant in the world at its own game.
Now, to really get why this is such a big deal, you have to understand what McDonald's is. It's not just another fast food joint. It's a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of globalization that has literally conquered almost every corner of the planet, with a formula that was thought to be, well, pretty much unstoppable.
I mean, the numbers are just staggering. When McDonald's first opened in Moscow back in 1990, over 30,000 people stood in line for hours, in the snow, just to get a taste. That's the kind of power we're talking about. It's a recipe for success that worked time and time again. It seemed completely invincible.
But in all of that incredible success, there's this one glaring exception. A single country where that invincible formula just fizzled. A market where the golden arches have been trying and failing to get to the top spot for decades. And that country is the Philippines.
So this is the big question, right? For 40 years, McDonald's has been fighting for that #1 spot, and they still haven't gotten it. How on earth did the undisputed king of fast food get so completely outplayed in this one market?
Well, the answer isn't that McDonald's messed up badly or anything. The answer is that a local champion just understood its own people on a level that a giant global corporation never could. They won by mastering 3 things: taste, timing, and a deep, deep connection to national pride.
And that champion's name is Jollibee. You see, for Filipinos, Jollibee is not just a place to grab a bite. It's the taste of childhood birthday parties. It's the smell of family get-togethers after church on a Sunday. It's a flavor that's woven right into the fabric of their national identity. This chart right here pretty much says it all. Just look at the market share. Jollibee is literally twice as big as McDonald's in the Philippines. But the most important line here is the one about taste strategy. While McDonald's brought its one-size-fits-all global menu, Jollibee did something totally different. They made sure every single item was perfect for the local Filipino palate.
So how'd they do it? How did they pull this off? Well, it wasn't just luck. It was a really smart, perfectly executed strategy. Let's break down Jollibee's winning recipe.
Their whole success story really stands on 3 powerful pillars: getting the local flavor just right, being the first one there, and making sure their prices were affordable for absolutely everyone.
Okay, so that first step, the flavor, that was the masterstroke. In Filipino cooking, there's a real cultural preference for sweeter flavors. Jollibee knew this, so they cleverly created their famous sweet-style spaghetti sauce and their legendary Chicken Joy. They weren't just selling American food, they were selling Filipino-style American food.
And on top of that, they had a massive head start. By being the first major fast food chain in the country, Jollibee just became the go-to choice. They built incredible customer loyalty before McDonald's even showed up. You combine that with prices that made it an affordable treat for any family, and you've got a fortress that's basically impossible to break into.
But Jollibee's story doesn't just end with them winning at home. Oh no. After they secured their home market, they did something even bolder. They basically thought, hey, if we can beat the biggest giant in our own backyard, why not take the fight to the rest of the world?
And get this, Jollibee now has more than 200 international spots. You can find that smiling bee mascot in cities from Milan to Dubai. And in a true David versus Goliath twist, they have dozens of successful stores right in McDonald's home territory across the United States.
And for those of us here in Malaysia, this story's actually happening right now, right here. After a little test run way back in the 90s, Jollibee made a huge comeback. They saw how similar our tastes are in Southeast Asia. The return to Sabah in 2018 wasn't just reopening a store, it was the beginning of a serious push that's now spreading all over the peninsula.
And this is no small thing. Their leadership has laid out a really ambitious plan: 100 new stores across Malaysia in the next 10 years. The local hero that defended its home turf is now on a mission to become a true global player.
When you boil it all down, Jollibee's victory is more than just a cool business story. It's powerful proof that if you truly understand local culture, you have an unbeatable advantage. And it makes you ask a bigger question, doesn't it? In a world that's getting more and more globalized, maybe Jollibee's story shows us that the future really belongs to the brands that know what home tastes like.